welcome to the DeHart House. My name is Alicia. I'm coming to you from West Texas, United States. Today is Sunday, January 28th, and this is episode 28. Yes, the 28th on the 28th. It works out. Totally not planned. Wrote it down. Didn't even realize till I said it out loud the first time. Yeah, kind of cool. Anyway, welcome back, guys. So today is Sunday. It's the last day of the weekend. I actually slept in this morning, and let me just tell you, I slept in and I woke up at 7 a.m. And some of you might be thinking, I'm nuts. I get it. I'm kind of a morning person. So I usually wake up at 5 a.m. and get to work by 8 a.m. So I usually get some chores done in the morning, which is nice because when I come home from work, the last thing I want to do is clean anything. So I do that first thing in the morning. I have no excuses. Anyway. Yeah, so I slept in, which was nice. You would think that if I slept in, that means I got more sleep than usual. But no, we stayed up late last night. So I got about the same amount of sleep as I usually do. But I feel like really well rested today. So I don't know what's going on, but I like it. So anyway, enough ramblings to start off the episode. If you are a returning viewer, welcome back. And if you're a new viewer, thanks for tuning in. Just so you know, this is my knitting podcast. Knitting, crocheting, spinning, sewing, general craftiness podcast. So thanks for stopping in and checking this out. Yeah. I just feel so relaxed today. And it's a really nice feeling. It feels like I'm on summer break, but I'm not. School's in session. So for those of you who know, I'm a college math instructor, and the spring semester started up a couple weeks ago, and so that's part of the reason I didn't have an episode last week. Things were a bit busy with work, and I really love my career choice, so I'm happy to not have time to podcast because I'm working. I know. I still love podcasting, so it's not going to stop anytime soon. All right. Enough about that. Guys, you can find me on social media, just so you know, other than this podcast. If you want to see more pictures and things, you can find me on Instagram as Read Knit Run. You can find me on Ravelry as AlittyKnitsToo. And you can see all my projects on my project page. I also have a shop called DeHart House Creations where I sell handmade bags and hand-dyed yarn and stitch markers. And you can find that on Etsy. Again, it's called DeHart House Creations. And the shop, DeHart House Creations, also has an Instagram account called DeHart House. Yes. Cool. So, announcements. First announcement. I noticed this morning when I got on YouTube that the podcast here has 59 viewers, which is more than last time I checked. And I'm really excited because it's not like super close to 100, but it's definitely closer than it was a few months ago. So guys, when it gets to 100 subscribers, I'm gonna do a giveaway. Yeah. okay? I'm going to do a giveaway when we get to 100 subscribers. And I don't know yet what I'm going to give away. So on the next episode, I will have decided the prize, okay? But we'll do a giveaway here on YouTube once we get to 100 subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. If you have any friends who might actually like this podcast, you might recommend it to them and have them subscribe. Just saying. All right. So thank you for all of your love, support, and comments. I really appreciate it. Keep it coming. And share the love. Share the love and get more subscribers. All right. So second announcement. I am hosting the Cozy Couch Make-Along. Use the hashtag CozyCouchMal on Instagram when you post pictures. So, the Cozy Couch Make-Along is for knitting, crocheting, sewing. If you think of any other crafts that you'd like to have included, message me on Ravelry. Yeah, basically, the idea is to make an adult-sized blanket. So not a baby blanket. And I don't care if it's twin size, full size, California king size. It just has to be a blanket that can cover an adult. Okay? And then when you finish that blanket, I want you to put it on the couch and take a picture. And so the couch will look all cozy with your new handmade blanket on it. So there's a finished objects thread in the Ravelry group. So DeHart House Podcast Ravelry group. In the finished objects thread, just all I want you to do is once you finish the blanket, like I said, put it on the couch, however you want. Drape it over the back, lay it out so it covers the whole couch. I don't really care. As long as I can see the blanket on a couch. Take a picture, post it in the finished objects thread, and at the end of the year, right? Yeah, I'm doing this for the whole year. So the end of 2018, I'm going to randomly draw a winner out of that finished objects thread to win a prize. Okay? And again, I haven't narrowed down what the prize is going to be, but I have quite a while to figure that out. So not a big deal. I also have a chatter thread going for the Cozy Couch Make-Along. So you can post pictures of your progress in the chatter thread, share what patterns you're using, chatter with each other, okay? That's the idea with that one. The reason of having this make-along is because I have a couple of blankets that are in progress, and I need motivation to finish them. And I'm hoping to motivate others as well to finish them. So, do contribute to the chatter thread because at some point I am going to randomly pick winners from the chatter thread as well as the finished objects thread. So the more you chatter, the more opportunities you have for winning. Okay. Alrighty. So if you have questions about the make-along, just send me a message on Ravelry. Check out there is a little bug in here. Check out the finished objects thread in the DeHart House Podcast Ravelry group. Words are hard today. All the rules are posted in the finished objects thread. Check those out. If you have questions, send me a message. Let me know. We'll figure it out. I want everyone to feel included. So, let me know. Okay. So, let's talk shop update. So, shop update. Again, DeHart House Creations on Etsy. I have some new bags posted in the shop. They're already up and posted, so check those out. And I'm just going to show them to you here. So pictures are nice. You know, you get to see the object, but it's not the same as seeing the object move and like being handled. So I do like to show the bags here on the podcast just so you guys can see more. So you can see more. Okay, whatever. Okay, so the first one I'm going to show you is a large size bag in the camera print fabric. So we've got the fake leather vinyl on the bottom, right? The clear vinyl pocket with snaps. And it's the camera print, which is just black, white, and gray on the outside here. And on the back, we've got the tag. DeHart House Creations. Right. Okay. And then on the interior, we've got this blue fabric that looks kind of like denim, but it's not, which I think goes really well with the black and white print. Cool. All right, so you'll notice there are no closures on here because, again, you get to choose whether you want snaps or a zipper at checkout. I've got these D-rings here on both sides. There is a clip-on handle, which, of course, I left all of those on the other side of the room. Okay, whatever. I have one right here that's fabric, okay? So it'll be like this, but not the black fabric. It'll be this brown leathery material. Okay, but yeah, so it clips onto the rings. Okay, and it's just a little wristlet handle. Okay. So yeah, there's a pocket that comes with it, and it's clear, so you can see all the stuff you put in there. It's cool. So this is my large size, which I also call my sweater size, because it is big enough to fit a sweater in here. All right? Super cool. All right, so that is one of the new bags in the shop. And then I have a couple of sock size bags, which are my medium size. So the next one I'm going to show you is my ladybug bag. So it's like this teal green color with gold shiny ladybugs on it. Yep. Super cool. Same leather vinyl on the bottom. And clear pocket on the outside with a snap. The rings on both sides. Alright, and this has a nice tan interior with tiny little white polka dots on it. And it's super cute. Yep. Cool. So it's a clear pocket, which I really like. I think it's cool. Alrighty. Box bottom, it stands up really well on its own. Alright. So the ladybugs, which so I'm coming to you from Texas. I'm originally from Michigan, and I remember the ladybugs coming out like crazy in the spring. So this kind of reminds me of home a little bit, which is cute. And then I have this really fun fabric, and okay, this is one of my new favorites. Alright, so I'm calling this one Woodland Animal Party, because there are a bunch of woodland animals on here having a party. What? Okay. This is cute. This is really cute, you guys. Okay. So I love that the colors are really neutral. It's a white background with brown and navy blue and orange and green. And you've got, you know, your raccoon, your fox, your owl, and they're all having a party. And on the other side with the pocket, right? Oh my gosh. Okay. This is freaking adorable. Yeah. And so I went with just a solid gray interior since the exterior fabric is so busy with design going on. But yeah. This is super cute. So check it out. This is what I call my medium size bag or my sock size bag. I knit a lot of socks, and so these are the perfect size for my sock projects. Or any, or a shawl. I just knit a shawl and used one of these bags of the same size for my shawl. It worked out really well. So this is the medium size, and this is the large size. You get an idea of how much bigger the large size is than the medium. Cool. So shameless self-promotion is over. Those are the new items in the shop. All right. So check it out. I have other things up in the shop too, and of course more to come. Yay. All right. So let's talk knitting, shall we? Let's start with finished objects. Okay, there we go. So finished objects. I finished my socks. For me, the socks I was knitting for me. Okay, so these are my skating socks. And I finished them. And yes, I woven the ends. And they've been sitting on the blockers waiting to be shown on the podcast before I wear them. So, the yarn is Knit Pick Stroll in the Skating Rink hand painted colorway. So it's red, black. There's a little bit of light blue in there. If you can see, like right next to the black here, there's some light blue and gray. And it's just really cool because it didn't stripe necessarily, but it kind of did. Anyway, and I like that it did do the swirling up here. It's really fun. Anyway, yeah, so the yarn is Knit Pick Stroll in the Skating Rink colorway. I knit these toe up, 64 stitches on a US size 0, which is a 2mm needle. And I knit them tight for me. I like my socks to fit pretty snugly. So I got a better size this time. You can see it fits the sock blocker much better this time. My last pair was, no, not my last pair. The pair before that was really loose on the sock blockers, so much improved. I just did a plain vanilla sock, so stockinette stitch, Fish Lips Kiss Heel, 1x1 rib for 20 rounds. I like a sizable amount of ribbing up here. So this is like, gosh, I don't know. I have a ruler around here somewhere. Maybe 2 inches of ribbing. Let's see. Almost. It's like 1 3/4 inches. All right. So 1 3/4 inches of ribbing. Yeah, it seems to be the sweet spot for me. And Lori's Twisty Bind Off for the 1x1 rib. Yep. Love them. Yes, so this is my first pair of socks for myself this year. So, will I get enough to do Kristen's box of socks? I don't know. I don't know. Because this year I want to knit socks for a lot of people, not just myself. Last year I knit myself 11 pairs. So I was really close to getting 12. And only 6 pairs for other people. So I knit 17 in total, 11 for myself. Yeah, so I want to knit more socks for other people, not just for me. I still want to knit for me. Are you kidding? Of course I do. Okay. And you can see I still have a lot of yarn left over. In fact, I think when I weighed these, it was like I'd use 56 grams or somewhere around there on my socks. So, yeah, that's really cool. Anyway, I have a lot left over, which is nice. I did the center pull, so it's a floppy ball now, but I don't really care. I don't need to rewind this. It's fine. It's fine like this, sitting on the shelf. Okay. Yeah, so I finished a pair of socks, which is fun, and now I can wear them now that I've shown them to you. Okay. And I was not expecting this, you guys. I also finished a shawl. I was not expecting to do that, but I did. Okay. So, this is hilarious. Look what I did to weigh the shawl. I twisted it up like a taco or something. I rolled it up to put it on my scale to weigh it. just looks ridiculous. It looks like a crescent roll, actually. Like a Pillsbury crescent roll. Okay, I'm gonna have to take a picture of that now. It's a crescent roll. Right? It's adorable. Okay. Let me just show you. So this is my Ambrosia Boomerang shawl. The pattern is the Boomerang by Dramatic Knits. So it's not necessarily a pattern. So if you search Boomerang under patterns on Ravelry, you're probably not going to find this. I mean, maybe, but anyway, there we go. Dramatic Knits is Steve from Leading Men Fiber Arts. So if you search Dramatic Knits on Ravelry and go to his project page, and if you find one of his boomerang shawls, in his notes, he has the pattern written. And I'm going to copy that over into my notes for the project page for this. So you could also go to my project page and find this. So I knit this out of Woolen Boon. Oh yeah. Woolen Boon yarn. Yeah. Okay. And the color is Ambrosia Salad. So my Ambrosia Boomerang. And I used almost the whole skein. It was a 100-gram skein, so 400 something yards, 435 yards. And I think this is 3 grams left. I probably could have done another row, possibly 2 more rows with what I have left over, but I really didn't want to have to rip back if I cut it too close, so whatever. I have 3 grams left over. It is the prettiest yarn. Okay. I love this shawl shape, okay? I love that this is not very deep and that it's very long. So it's like a scarf, but still has a bit of shape to it. And I think that's just the coolest thing. Yeah. So as you can see, it is like my wingspan here and a little bit longer. It's perfect. So this is like a 1 skein type of pattern, and it's all garter. It's all garter stitch, which makes it really fast. I think I knit this in, like 3 weeks. last time I showed it to you guys, and I took the progress keeper off here, but last time I showed this to you guys, I was probably like here-ish, where I had this part done. And I finished the rest of it. Yeah. I worked on this mostly while watching TV. Michael and I have been watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and I've been just cranking this thing out while watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So, yeah. But the color in here is just gorgeous. So, I have not blocked this yet, so that is yet to come. In fact, I just got some mats from Walmart that are, I want to call them athletic mats. Like you put your workout equipment on them. So I got a pack of those, and I'm going to use those for blocking. Because, guys, okay, I went into the kids' toys section at Walmart looking for those connectable mats you put down on the floor for kids, right? The foamy kind, the foam kind. They're not foamy. They're not like, anyway, they're expensive. And they have lots of pieces because they have like letters and shapes that you can punch out of the middle. And I don't want to have to deal with that when I'm blocking shawls. So I waited until Walmart finally got these athletic mats in, and I bought a pack of them. And I might go buy another pack of them because I think Michael wants some for his workshop. So Michael does woodworking, and he just built me a table, and it's the coolest thing ever. And I saw the mats, and I was like, oh, I could use those for blocking my shawls and things. And he was like, oh, I could use those too. So I might have to go back and buy another pack. But anyway, I'm going to wash this, block this, and weave in the ends today. Or soon. I shouldn't promise today. It probably won't get done today. But in the near future, I will do that. So this will grow a little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit. And then I can take some pretty pictures and put it on my project page. But yeah, that's finished. And heck, I'll even wear it with the ends because it's not like I have one hanging out the middle here. It's on the two ends. Gosh, I could turn those into tassels or put pom-poms on them. What do you think? 2 little fluffy pom-poms? Nah, not on this one, but I could totally see it. Oh, I just love it. And I'm in Texas, West Texas. Today it's going to be a high of like 63 or something degrees Fahrenheit. So I like that this is smaller than some of my other shawls. It'll make it easier to wear in this nice, cool weather where it's in the 60s, but it's not like freezing cold where I have to bundle up as if I'm still living in Michigan. So I like it. I like it so much. Anyway, it's so good. Okay, so I finished a pair of socks and a shawl, and I'm so close to finishing other things. So let's move into works in progress. So, for works in progress, I'll show you this first because I have it out. I was working on it. This is like take 6 of this podcast. I kept messing up the intro because I was trying to knit while talking. It wasn't working out. And I'm almost finished with another sock for Michael. It's the first one of another pair, so I still have a second sock to go, but I have 2 more rounds of ribbing to do and then the bind off. So I'm almost there. Yep. So I'm calling these the Green Arrow socks. All right. So Michael and I watch, like I said, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. We also watch Arrow, The Flash, Supergirl, and DC Legends, which they have now done, 2 crossovers now that involve all 4 shows? Yeah, which is crazy. Anyway, so the Green Arrow, which I'll talk about TV shows later because I have some opinions. But anyway. Alright, so I've got my Green Arrow stitch marker on here, and the socks are green. So, yeah, and it's like that dark, like hunter green, kind of. It's, has some gray mixed in with it. I'll tell you the actual yarn here in a second. But, yeah, so these are his Green Arrow socks. So the yarn is... There we go. Knit Picks Hawthorne in the Forest Park colorway. That's the main color. And I used this also in my Find Your Fade. So these are leftovers from my Find Your Fade shawl. I either had 50 or 60 grams left over. I can't remember. Yeah. Anyway. Hopefully I have enough for the other sock. I also threw in a contrasting color for the heel, toe, and cuff because I wasn't sure I had enough yarn. And this yarn is Cloudborne Fibers, and the color is Charcoal Heather. So they're not the same yarns because this Hawthorne is, I have the tag right here. I shouldn't guess. I should actually show you. So the Hawthorne fingering is, yes, Highland Wool and Polyamide blend, while the Cloudborne is Merino Polyamide. So the two yarns don't feel the same. Obviously the Merino is softer. I say obviously, maybe you don't know. The Merino, the Cloudborne, is softer than the Hawthorne. So they do feel different, which I don't think Michael will mind. I think it'll be okay. I'm really curious to see how these wear. This is the first time I'm using this Hawthorne fingering yarn for socks. And it does have nylon in it, so it's not like it's just pure wool. I'm thinking it will be fine, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, yeah, so it's really nice because this gray goes really well with the gray that's in the Forest Park yarn. So they're nice manly colors. I think it's really nice. Anyway. Yeah, so I'm almost finished with the first sock. As you can see, I made the leg kind of short. Again, not sure that I'm gonna be able to get 2 socks out of this. So here's the Forest Park that I still have for the main color. So I did get out the scale and I was weighing it as I was going. I just can't remember if I started with 60 grams or 50 grams. So we'll see. We'll see. I think I'll be okay. But whatever. Anyway, so this is almost a hoe. Almost a half object. Like I said, I need to do 2 more rounds of ribbing, do Lori's Twisty Bind Off, and then I can cast on the second sock. I am doing something a little different because this yarn, the Knit Picks Hawthorne, is a bit thicker than the Merino. I'm doing less stitches for the sock than I normally would. So I did start, I did have to rip back the toe and take out a few stitches because I did notice it was really loose on Michael's cardboard foot cutout that I have. So I usually do 68 stitches for his sock. This time I'm doing 64 because the yarn is a bit thicker than the other yarns I've used. So just keep that in mind when you do socks, that not all yarns are created equal, right? So I had to make some adjustments, and I do very much dislike ripping back, but I'm willing to do it if I know it's going to make a big difference, like wearing the sock versus not wearing it. If it means ripping back like 12 rounds of work, I will do it if that's the difference. So anyway, yeah. See, this will be a second pair for Michael this year. All right. So I'm excited about that. And this is living in one of my sock size bags, and this is where the little wristlet came from. This is one of my Star Wars bags, so I have my, and it's a dark interior, so it's probably going to be hard to see, but I have the one sock in there that I'm working on, plus the 2 balls of yarn that I'm working from. And I still have room in here for more, so it's a really good size bag for these projects. Alrighty. My other work in progress. I'm super excited about this, you guys. And I think it's sitting behind me because it's Michael's sweater. Yeah. Okay. Let me just put all my tags back before I lose them. Because I have a problem with losing my yarn labels. Okay. So this is Mike's blue flax sweater. I'm using the flax pattern by Tin Can Knits, which is a free pattern on Ravelry and encompasses several sizes from child up to a large adult. Do they do XL or 2XL? Something like that. Anyway, very wide range of sizes. It is a worsted weight sweater pattern, the flax. I'm knitting this out of Red Heart acrylic worsted weight yarn, and the color is soft navy. And I told you guys I had to do like not really sleeve surgery, because I ripped it back and started over, but I had to get creative with the sleeves because it didn't work out the first time. Anyway, here's the sleeve I finished last time, and I left all of my progress keepers on here to show me my decreases. So now I'm on the second sleeve. So I have 2 more decreases to do to match the number over here. Then I'll knit straight for however long this is. I'll have to measure it. And then do 2x2 ribbing for however long that is. I'll measure it. Okay? And then I'm done. You know, that I have to weave in all the ends and everything. But I'll be done. You guys, I'm almost there. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Like I said, I only have 2 more decreases to go. And then the rest of the sleeve. So that's how far I have to go. Oh my gosh. All right. Here's the reason I was working on this morning. Michael slept in a little bit longer than me, and I love working on projects for him sort of in secret. So when I do show them to him, it's like, look at all this progress I made. It's so awesome. Okay. So anyway, this morning, thank you, needle, thank you. This morning I did all of these decreases, which is really fun. And I ran out of yarn. I'm so close to finishing this, you guys, and I have to tap into another skein, which is not a big deal because I have an immense amount of this particular yarn in my stash. So it's perfectly fine. But yeah, I decided I would show this to you guys before I attach that next skein and finish off the sleeve. So hopefully next time I will have a completely finished sweater to show you. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Yeah. And you know what's great? I guess I don't know that it's great, but after I finish this sweater, I'm going to start one for my dad, and he's a bigger guy. So I want to get that started soon because I anticipate it taking me a really long time. Yeah, even possibly longer than this one. But anyway, this is a big project. For those of you who've made sweaters, you know, because it's not just like a shawl where you just knit, you know, or you're following a pattern, but like you don't have to get gauge for a shawl. It matters for a sweater. It really matters. So I'm really proud of myself. I'm super excited to finish it. I would love to finish it today. I would love that. I don't know that it's going to happen, but I'm going to try. So, oh my gosh, I'm really excited. So, it's almost there. It's almost there. Yeah. Okay. I'll stop talking about it. Anyway, this has been living in one of my sweater size bags, which is Mario print, and I will, so the only thing in here is the pattern and my my yarn tags. Oh, and my sticky note saying what I did on the sleeve at the start. Okay, so I'm going to put this sweater in here. Okay, this is a man size worsted weight sweater. It's in here and it's shut. Yeah. I mean, there's not much room for much, but I mean, the sweater's almost done, like I said. So when I say sweater size, I mean sweater size. Okay? Okay. That's enough advertising from me. Okay. So that's it. That's it. I've been really good about not casting on like crazy as much as I want to. I have all of these ideas, all of these things I want to make, and I'm being really good about not going nuts with the cast on. Because if I have too many projects on the go, I feel overwhelmed and unmotivated to work on them. So I need to keep the number of whips down because I really like to see progress happening, and if I have to divide my attention that much, I don't see much progress, and then I don't feel motivated, and nothing gets done. So, whatever. This boomerang shawl, I'm totally going to make another one. Like, I'm pretty sure today I'm going to cast on another one. Because I finished this, I can cast on another one. And I think the next one I cast on will probably be a gift. Or at least for someone else. Maybe not like a present per se, but like for someone else. So I love it. I love it so much. Anyway. Okay. So, yeah, that wraps up the knitting. So, what else do I want to talk about? Ooh, okay, so life adventures. So this is where I talk about non-knitting related things. So this is where I say if all you're here for is the knitting, you could stop watching right here and you wouldn't miss out on anything. And if you want to hear about other things, stick around. whatever. You can hit stop at any point when you're watching something. I feel like I don't really have to say that, but I just did. All right. Yes. So I have my bullet journal here. All right. And I talked about this last time. Love this thing. All right. So today, I need to set up the month of February. And I did notice that I did not leave myself enough room for each day of the week. So when I set up my, I just hit the laptop. I'm so sorry. So when I set up my bullet journal for February, I'm going to give myself more rows. So I'll probably shift Friday over here. So I'll have Friday, Saturday, Sunday on one page, which will work out fine. Okay. This week's goals. I hate this about myself. As soon as I declare a goal, it now becomes super challenging to meet that goal. So I wrote down, don't eat out this week. What did I do? I immediately went and ate out. Bombed that one. Okay. Walk Marjorie 3 times. When I walk her today, that will be the 3rd time. So hopefully I'll get that done. Record a podcast. I'm doing that right now, which is good. Anyway. Don't eat out. I wrote it down that morning, and then my lunch kept getting delayed and delayed and delayed. And normally, I go to eat lunch at 12:20 because I finish teaching at 12:15. So I'll try to leave by 12:20. Usually don't get to leave until 12:30 because it takes me 15 minutes to get back to my office, put my files in the file cabinet, pack up my things, and then leave to come home. So my lunch is around 12:30, which is fine. And that day, I didn't get to eat lunch until like 2:30. So by that point, I was starving because I had breakfast. Like I said, I wake up at 5 a.m. I start teaching at 8 a.m. on that day at 8 a.m. or have office hours at 8 a.m. So I had breakfast at 7 a.m. and didn't get to have lunch until 2:30. I was starving with no snack. Yeah, so I definitely ate out, had fried chicken. Whatever. Anyway, hey, I've been pretty good with my running. I've got my little running log here, which I think is cute. So I'm just keeping track of the whole month of January. Yep. And so then at the end of the month, what I'll do is add up my total distance so I know how much I ran that month. And, okay, I'm going to start color coding when I run inside on the treadmill versus outside. Because if you notice, the one time I ran outside, look at my split time versus running on the treadmill. Yeah, I'm much faster running outside than on the treadmill. Now, when I was running outside, I kept telling myself, go slowly. We're not actually racing. Go slowly. And I still ran like a 12-minute mile versus a 14-minute mile that I've been doing on the treadmill. Anyway, that's nice to see. I'm definitely not ready to compete in any races. I'm still trying to come back from that hip injury, which is something I'll have to continually fight because of my posture, how I sit, how I stand, how active and not active I am at work. Like when I'm teaching, I'm walking around. Like I try not to stand still unless I have to. And so I'll walk around the room, be pretty active, which is nice. And then when I'm sitting in my office lesson planning, I'm sitting and I'm typing and I'm writing. I don't have the best posture. So I feel like I'm going to be continually fighting this hip injury the rest of my life. Because what happened is my hips were out of alignment. I went to a chiropractor. He helped realign me. And I just have to keep stretching and keep fighting that pull that happens when I'm not sitting with good posture. So anyway, it's good. I'm doing yoga, walking, and running, and it's going really well. And that's my main focus for January, is just sort of maintenance. Like, I want to build a good foundation. So next month, for February, because the next time I see you guys, it'll be February, and it'll be my podiversary, because my first episode went out on February 3rd last year. So I'm going to try to do an episode on February 3rd again this year for my podiversary. So I'm thinking that'll be the next episode. Anyway, yeah, for February, I want to incorporate, I don't know that cross training is the right word, but more like calorie burning stuff other than just running. Like, I want to do some like weightlifting, push-up, cardio, interval training, like some of that stuff. But I want to keep with the walking and yoga to maintain my flexibility and hopefully prevent injury. So we'll see how that goes. I feel like just trying to build a good base in January is and was a good focus. So I feel good. I don't hurt. That's a really good thing. So I think it's working. Anyway, yeah, so I need to put February in. Here's where February is going to go. I have nothing, so I need to do that today. I did color in my socks. Let me just show you. So I'm not sure that I'm going to finish Michael's pair this month. Probably not, which is fine. I knit 2 pairs of socks and a shawl in a month. Like, started and finished this month. Plus, I've been working on my sweater. Oh, and my worsted weight scrap blanket, which, by the way, is almost halfway done. Really excited about. Anyway, yeah. But I colored in the socks. For the 2 socks I already finished this year. There they are. Oh my god, I have so much fun. I feel like a little kid with a coloring book, coloring those in. Excuse me, sorry. Yeah. So then when I finish Michael's sweater, I'm going to draw in a sweater over here and then color it in blue because it's blue, right? Okay. It's cute and I'm having fun, and that's all that matters. Okay? That's all that matters. I love it. Alrighty. Yeah, so I've been pretty good with the workouts and things. Marjorie helps keep me active, which is nice. We've been taking Marjorie to training classes. Marjorie's our black lab. She will be 2 years old this May. And she knows sit and lay down and stay and shake and high five and leave it. You know, the tricks. She knows the tricks. But she pulls on the leash when we go for a walk. She gets easily distracted. It's hard to get her attention back. So we're mostly going to the training for that stuff. And the social interaction with other dogs and people. She's not used to that. So we just went to our 3rd class yesterday, and she's showing much improvement. And a lot of that is because I'm showing much improvement. I'm learning how to read her body language so I can get her attention before she starts barking. Because once she starts barking at another dog, it's like there's no way I can get her attention back. So I'm getting better at that. So I'm having to take her outside where there are distractions and practice getting her attention. And just keep getting her attention. And it seems to be going really well. I mean, we're not ready to go walk in a crowded marketplace or anything, but we're getting there, which is super nice to see progress. So I'm really excited. I would love for one day for Marjorie to be a therapy dog and actually be able to take her places and be a therapy dog and just be this well-trained companion that we can take with us almost anywhere. So that's the end goal. That's like years from now, and I keep focusing on that. Anyway. Other than that, I haven't really been doing anything interesting. I did start reading the third Harry Potter book. This year I want to read 4 books. Last year my goal was 3 books, and I did it. This year my goal is 4 books. So I started the 3rd Harry Potter book, and I picked up my Game of Thrones book again and have started reading it a little bit. I'm on the 5th book, which is A Dance with Dragons, and I'm on page 200 something out of 1,000, so I have a ways to go. I'll definitely finish the Harry Potter book before that one. But it doesn't matter. Anyway, so I'm doing a little bit of reading. Not a lot. I usually read a few pages before falling asleep, which is why Harry Potter gets more reading time because it requires less focus than the Game of Thrones book. I'm still enjoying both of them. They have their time and place. I think I'm going to start reading Game of Thrones while walking on the treadmill again. Because what I've been doing is knitting socks while on the treadmill. So maybe I'll just switch that a bit more with the reading. Usually I like to read on my tablet while on the treadmill because I don't have to worry about, holding the pages down. And I don't have the digital copy of this book, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. Anyway. All right, guys, I'll stop rambling. So, thank you for watching so much. Thank you for your comments and well wishes and everything. 100 subscriber giveaway. When we get 100 subscribers, I'm going to do a giveaway. So tell all your friends. Check out the shop. Check out the Ravelry group where we have chatter and make-alongs and discussions and things. See you guys next time.